Hi, how are you? My name is Rosie, and this is my video memoir. Kinda, sorta, I guess. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. It's the first time I'm trying something like this, and it's really in a sort of attempt to, I guess, regain some sort of sentimentality about my life and about my memories and, things that have happened, sort of try and consolidate everything, try and make sense of a few things, try and just, try and understand myself a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's possible by just making fucking YouTube videos, but it's worth a try. As you can probably tell from the title of the video, this one is going to deal with misunderstanding and the idea of having misunderstanding define your existence for a very long time. My earliest memories are of misunderstanding and trying to come to grips with my existence as a being, as a human who lives and does things and has the ability to perceive and be perceived and just be alive. I have very vivid memories of asking questions like, hey, do you see the way that I see? And that's like, it's a weird question, but like, just bear with me. I was like 6. Like I would, and it's not like a metaphysical sort of like, do you see the world the way the world I see the world? I literally meant like, do you see out of your eyes the way that I see out of my, like in first person, like when you're playing a first person shooter and you see the gun and like because obviously we all see like that. I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that like other people saw like that, because like in my head I was seeing out my eyes and I was seeing them, but like were they just like third person characters? Was I just it was a very weird thought that I had. And looking back, it's sort of it's indicative of a very real problem that I had for a very long time, and that was just fundamentally misunderstanding the world around me and my immediate surroundings. And sometimes I don't even think it was a problem with me. Sometimes I think it was just a problem like with the way I was raised, whether it was like the way people treated me as a child, because I'm not gonna lie, I was treated fucking horribly by people when I was a kid. I have so many memories of just being treated like shit for liking simple things that now would be considered either normal or would be encouraged. And to me, that's incredibly frustrating because I was into these things. I was very much a fan of so many of these things, and I was treated very poorly for being into it. I went to a school that was very sport oriented, and most of the kids there, they liked sport, and it was very rare that you found another kid that was into something like video games, let alone the video games that I played. When I was like 8, 9, I was playing Assassin's Creed, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, I was playing the typical stuff. But like the kids that played video games when I was growing up, they played like FIFA, and that was it. And if you played anything other than FIFA, you were just pathetic, I guess. That's how they treated me. And that trend... What? It's raining. That trend persisted quite far into you know, my life, not being treated poorly, but sort of not understanding why things were like they were. And I feel like that was a pretty defining feature of most of my existence. Not really understanding why certain things had to be a certain way, not really understanding why I was treated the way I was treated, why things played out the way they played out in my life. Sort of just trying to consolidate all of those feelings, trying to like piece things together, trying to come to terms with these things. It was very, very difficult, very just incredibly hard to be, to exist, to just have a life. Because I honestly truly felt like, you know, the world was built and structured around a certain kind of person, and that everyone around me was the certain kind of person, and I was the outlier. And that was a crushing feeling to carry around with me for so long. And it was truly, you know, traumatizing, you know? It sucked. It really did suck. But, you know, things move on. Time passes. Time heals all wounds, so they say. And the older I get, and the more I move away from those memories, and the more I gain new memories, and the more I meet like-minded people, and the more that I learn about the world around me, and the more that I learn about the people that exist in it, and the fact that like other people exist, and the fact that other people have interests outside of this perception that I had built based on the people that treated me so poorly. And there are people that like the things that I like, and there are people that like the things that I don't like, and there are things that I like that people don't like, and there are things that I don't like that other people like. And I came to realize, you know, while sort of conceptualizing the idea for starting this, is that my life was defined by misunderstanding, and that's okay. That's fine. Because misunderstanding is a fundamental part of realizing who you are and learning and growing and becoming a person and forming opinions and growing into a giant bird. Don't grow into a giant bird. That would be dangerous for you. I wish I was a giant bird. Fuck. Misunderstanding is a good thing. And I think it's a very useful tool to be able to see something and learn from it, and learn about it, and learn its components, and be able to use those components to build something new, build something that's yours, build something that you can look at and say, hey, I didn't know what this was until I actually tried to understand it. And I think that was a very important lesson for me to learn. The idea that I can look at something that I don't understand. I can deconstruct it. I can look at what it's made up of. And I can rebuild it in a way that I can look at and say, oh, now I get it. Now I understand. And I think that that is a more defining moment than the entirety of my life having been defined by misunderstanding. And I think that's really cool. If you like this video, and you like hearing me talk about life, and you like hearing me talk about things, and you like hearing me talk about video games, and gender, and the human brain, and how we look at things, and just general life bullshit, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be more stuff like this constantly, a lot more magenta light. I hope. Maybe I'll just fall into a manic depressive episode and just never do this again. Maybe this won't even come out. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you for listening. My name is Rosie. Let's be comfy again together another time.